Denis, so when you're not feeling well, chicken soup can help you feel a lot better. And here to make her cure-all chicken soup, please welcome Abbey Sharp. And you know, it's almost like you got to make it ahead of time before flu season and, you know, feeling icky.
It's so true. And this recipe, actually, you can make ahead. You can actually make everything ahead and then freeze the bits. So we'll talk a little bit about
Okay, now tell me, what is it about chicken soup that just really, it really makes you feel better?
It does.
Is it the warmth? What else?
Well, there's a lot of things. You know, first of all, when you think about it, chicken soup is mainly just water, right?
Yeah.
It's mainly basically water. And when you're sick, you're dehydrated, you're vomiting, you've got diarrhea, you got a fever, you're sneezing, you need to refuel those fluids. And, you know, it's not just as easy as drinking water, but that hot bowl of soup, the steam, that has actually been shown to kind of loosen up or, thin out any clogged up mucus so you can cough it up.
Right.
And that makes you feel better.
This is not pretty. We're going to get to the food in a minute. But these are the things that happen to all of us.
Yeah,
right?
hopefully you don't cough it up in the soup, right?
No. But this soup looks so good.
Absolutely.
So good. So
and
it's
you know,
soothing.
Soothing, above all else, it's just a comfort food.
Where do we begin?
Well, we're going to start on the chicken stock here.
Okay.
And, you know, you can make your own stock. I always recommend people make a stock when they're, you know, roasting a chicken. But if you're feeling sick or you're caring for someone sick, no one's expecting you to bust out a Julia Child move here. Just buy the boxed reduced chicken stock, because we're going to doctor it up with lots of cold.
So it's a reduced sodium, right?
I always buy the reduced sodium, because that way you can decide how much salt you want to add to it.
I gotcha, yeah.
So I've got my stock up to a nice simmer here, adding in some sliced ginger and garlic, both really great sources of antioxidants. We got antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties going on.
Gotcha.
Really great here. I'm going to do a little bit of lemon rind and some lemon juice. That's our vitamin C.
Okay.
Mom was always right about the vitamin C, right?
Yeah. So you put the rind in there too. Wow.
Well, it just adds that flavor, that beautiful lemony flavor.
Okay.
And then I'm going in with my my chicken breast here. We're going to poach up the chicken. So that gives us our protein, a little bit of zinc. Zinc is a really important nutrient for immunity. So that's what we're going with. A little bit of pepper here. And, you know, if you want to add a touch more salt, just be gentle with it. And I bring this up to a boil. Let it, you know, reduce it down to simmer. Pop the lid on. Let it go for about 15 minutes. And then I take it off the heat, take it off the burner, let it sit for another 30 minutes so the chicken cooks through, and all those, the lemon, the ginger, the garlic, it can really infuse into that broth. Okay,
so once again, you take it up to a boil.
Yep.
And then simmer, bring it down to simmer.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Let it sit for another 30.
Okay, got it.
So now, before we go anywhere, you let this cool down. I've shredded up my chicken. So, you know, it's cooled down, shred up the chicken, got rid of the lemon and the rind and the ginger and the garlic, because no one wants to bite into a big piece of garlic in their soup. So now we actually get to make the soup. And everyone has a different take on chicken soup, right? I do mine with matzo balls. So we call it Jewish penicillin in my circles. And but you don't need to be Jewish to appreciate this soup. I'm telling you, it's going to make everyone feel better.
All right.
And you know, some people do noodles with their matzo balls. I don't bother. I just figure you already got the carbs from the matzo balls.
Right.
I'd rather have lots more veggies going in. So that's what we're going to do now. I've got my stock here up to a simmer, adding in carrots, a little bit of sweet potatoes, great source of vitamin A, really important for immunity. A little bit of diced celery here, some onion. Onion is a really, really great source of antibacterial, antiviral flavonoid compounds.
What about the celery, just because it's color?
Well, I like the celery.
I love celery. I think
a little bit of crunch.
Celery
it's tradition.
Okay.
Boobies would say it's tradition, right? You got to put it in there.
Okay.
So there we go. I'm going to go in with the matzo balls here, and they look small, I know, but they are going to plump up. I'm telling you about. They're going to just really.
So what is? Let's talk about matzo. What is it?
Matzo balls are basically just a combination of matzo meal, which are the crushed up crackers, the matzo crackers that, you know, the Jewish people eat during Passover. I use whole grain. You can we can have the recipe on Marilyn.ca, so you'll find that.
Good.
Just basically a little water. Traditionally, it's schmaltz, which is rendered chicken fat, but I make my little heart healthier with some canola oil. So it's really simple. Some eggs in there. Super simple. And the funny thing about matzo balls, everyone has their own opinion about what constitutes a good matzo ball.
Right, everyone has their own opinion.
And it's all, you know, the two parties are floaters or sinkers. I don't know if you heard about this.
No.
Oh, my goodness. It's a big debate. Floaters or sinkers. And, you know, it's like the Montagues and the Capulets. These people do not mix. Floaters or sinkers, you know, there's no crossover.
So let me ask you this. So does your family agree with how you make matzo balls?
Well, they have no choice. But, you know, it's better than no matzo balls, right?
Because there's tradition and then there's that modern edge to it.
Absolutely.
But there you go.
So pop these guys in. I make floaters, by the way, a little bit lighter.
Okay.
So pop these in. Let this simmer for about 15 minutes with the lid on, and don't be tempted to peek. Because you got to really let the broth do its job, so it
will expand.
Absolutely. So that's what you get here. Just going to turn this down just a touch because it's getting intense. So there you go. So the matzo balls are going to plump up. They're really see how much bigger they are. See, they're like at least twice the size.
That's great.
And then in the last few minutes, we're going to add everyone's favorite superfood. What is it?
Is that kale or spinach?
It's kale.
Kale!
Tons of antioxidants, anti-inflammatory properties. Tell me, you know...
And you'll like it because it'll soften up in the hot water.
Exactly. That's the point.
You're not cutting your mouth to shreds when you're eating it in the salad.
Get rid of the ribs. The ribs are too tough for these.
Just take the leaves,
Just take the leaves.
Okay, gotcha.
Throw in your chicken there. That's all you got to do.
That is so good.
Really, really nice hearty. Serve it up with a little bit of a little minced parsley for color because you eat with your eyes first.
And some love.
And some love. Serve it up with the love.
Say, look what I made for you, honey. I hope you feel better. I'm leaving now. And then you take your mask and your gloves.
Exactly.
And you back out of the room because you don't want to get sick, right? Okay, to help you make your own delicious soup, everyone is going to go home with a Tefal Calypso pressure cooker worth $200. That'll make you feel good, huh? Yeah. All right. Of course, Abby's recipe is on Marilyn.ca. Thank you to Abby Sharp. We need to say goodbye. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.